Hello there, welcome to another video. Yes, today is a reading vlog of Harrow the Ninth. I have indeed already read Gideon the Ninth. I'm excited to see what happens next after this. I frankly have zero idea besides the little shit I've read in the cover. Now, normally when I do reading vlogs, and by normally I mean one other time, I try to make predictions and form questions that I can ask early on that I think will be answered through the book or as I read the book. This only applies to sequels. Okay, obviously if it's a new book I have no freaking idea, but this does not apply to Tamsin Muir because I just have zero idea where this could possibly go. I know it's going to be another mystery. A mystery of what? I'm not quite sure. Predictions, like I said, zero possible idea what they could be. Questions that I want answered. I want to see Gideon again, and I wonder how they are going to interact, if any. Right, because Gideon's now a part of Harrow. So can she hear Gideon's voice like he did at the end of the last book? Or was that like a temporary thing because Gideon's like soul slipped away or something afterward, I think. I want to know what happens to the Tridentaria sisters. I think that's their names. And I want to see my baddie Camilla again. What happens to her? Do we see her again? What is her role in this book? Because I hope she has one. All right, I am going to go read part 1, act 1, day 1, Stormlight. And I will be right back. So see you in a few hours with my thoughts on the first part. Okay, now we're back a few hours later. It is the same day, just nighttime, with my reactions to part 1. What is happening? What is going on? What is this false history? Or is it the real history? Did past Harrowhark mess with her memories or something? Or is it like a different Harrowhark altogether? An alternate version of her? Maybe from a different universe? I don't know. I'm just throwing out random ass theories right now. Mercy Moore is hot. I don't care. She's kind of like a total birch. Kind of makes her hotter. Currently my new baddie now that Camilla is gone. I love Moira Quirk's voice for Harrow. He is like fantastic. Like how prim and proper she kind of sounds and all like sassy at the same time. Banger voice, banger audiobook narrator. We see Yanthi again. I have no idea what her motives are or the deal she made with past Harrow is. Harrow and Yanthi made out. I was a little flustered. As one is. Don't act like you guys weren't too. You were like, oh, I didn't realize there was spice in my sci-fi book. Crazy. What is this? Ice Planet Barbarians? I haven't read that, but if this channel gets to 10,000 subscribers, I will read it. The Emperor just seems like a normal ass dude. I don't really know what to think or make of him yet. He clearly sees some bigger picture that Harrow does not. Oh yeah, why the hell is this in second person? What is going on here? Question mark? This gives like 5th season vibes. The past is in 3rd person and then the present is in 2nd person. And why did she choose 2nd person? Am I gonna find out? Is it for like a reveal? I know that's kind of how it was in 5th season. Maybe not the purpose of it, but it did help with like a crazy ass reveal at the end. Maybe that'll be the same. Maybe he's doing this to wow you for a shock factor. Those are all my thoughts so far on Harrow the Ninth, part 1. I will see you guys for part 2. I'm just gonna go straight there. I know a lot of people, they do like aesthetic shit in between parts or whatever, but I'm not an aesthetic human being, so I'm not gonna do that. Are you enjoying this video? Hello. Make sure you check out the description down below. Check out the sponsor, check out the wish list, check out all the social medias and stuff. Twitter, TikTok, Bookstagram, Blue Sky, Threads, everything, and follow me all there. All right, back to the video. All right, yesterday I finished part 2. Still don't know what's happening. Of course, why would I? It's Tamsin Muir. For some reason, Ortis is trying to kill Harrow. Who knows why? I think he just senses that Harrow's an absolute giga chad. I mean, what's going on? Like, seriously, what's going on? We're still in that alternate history of the past via the flashbacks every few chapters. Harrow got a note when she was investigating Palamedes and Camilla's quote-unquote deaths in the alternate history. I also find interesting how different this alternate history is. It appears as though it's an alternate history where there's no Gideon, where there's no Kithareya. That's like regular Dulcinea, who has the same voice, by the way. Maybe that's intentional. He was given a note. You can see it's like this part. And I am listening to the audiobook as I read along, and that was read out in Gideon's voice, I'm pretty sure. So what's going on there? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening, guys? Explain. Oh, I'm Ortis. My Ortis impression. Oh, woe is me. I'm still confused. I just don't know what's happening. Palamedes, Camilla, and the captain, what's her name, died. Everybody else is still alive. We're seeing a lot more of Abigail, Pence, and Magnus, which I'm totally down for. Abigail Pence seems like a total baddie. Mercy Morn and Augustine have beef for some reason. We don't know what that is yet. We will probably find out. Mercy Morn's still hot. She's still my baddie. She's still my locked tomb crush right now. I'm hoping that doesn't change. I'm hoping Mercy Morn doesn't turn into an op, but she's my baddie. It appears that Harrow is taking like the souls-ish things of planets and he is setting them free to run away while she kills them or something like that. And I think this is supposed to like set the planet into a thanergenic state of going from alive to dying, I guess. And for some reason, this is supposed to help stop the Ember 7 or whatever, or the Heralds or whatever, from getting stronger as they approach the Mithraeum. Am I understanding that right? Is that what's happening, more or less? And during this process, when you kill the soul of the planet or the beast or whatever, that you temporarily go into the river. And since Harrow's not a full lictor, she is suffering side effects that the other lictors don't. When they separate their souls from their bodies to the river to try and kill that beast, it's basically really cold, as I understand it. And yeah, I guess we need to figure out why she's not a full lictor. The Emperor says that he's positive that she did everything right. So I'm starting to think, or more like starting to be reaffirmed in my idea that Harrow did this to herself on purpose for some reason. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, those are my thoughts on part 2 or act 2. I will see you after act 3, part 3, whatever. All right, I finished act 3 of Harrow the Ninth. I mean, it's getting crazy. Harrow just helped Ianthe regrow her arm, or gave her a new skeleton arm, and then I guess Ianthe can like put new shit on it or something. Ianthe's kind of hot now. I'm starting to realize, like, getting to me. Apparently a threesome happened. What? It was clearly all part of the distraction. I think Mercy Moore knew what was going to happen and wasn't like surprised by it. But Augustine started making out with Mercy Moore, and then he started making out with God, and then it just turned into a crazy threesome. I don't know how far they went, but they eventually stopped and went to find freaking Ortis being freaking rolled, or like after the fact of him getting rolled. My theory about what's going on so far is that whatever was in the locked tomb, I think it was like a soul or something that the Emperor and the lictors sealed away, and they stuffed it inside the lictor Anastasia's body. And when Harrow opened the tomb, the soul, I guess, somehow left the body maybe and is like haunting Harrow. And so Ortis can like sense something about Anastasia maybe in Harrow, and so that's why he's trying to kill Harrow. I think the body can also possess corpses, and so the body possessed Kitharea's corpse at least twice. The second time she tried to kill Ortis because I think she realized what's happening. And yeah, that's my current working theory as to why Ortis is trying to kill Harrow. I don't know how right I am, but I guess we'll see. Abigail was like, you need to consider the possibility that you're being haunted. And I was like, okay, she's probably being haunted. I think Abigail's freaking cooking. Plus, she would know, right? We're watching the OG squad just drop like flies in the flashback. Still don't know what's up with those notes and why Harrow's notes are different, or I guess it's the same note, but why she's reading it different than everybody else. I am wondering if Gideon is a child of one of the ops, one of those bad peoples that the Emperor and the Nine Houses have been fighting. Maybe that, I guess there was some fight or something and somebody escaped and they landed on Deirdre with Gideon as a child. Who knows? That's my current working theory. We'll see. But yeah, that's my act 3 update, or part 3 or whatever, and I'll see you after part 4. Thoughts on part 4. First, let's just get the elephant in the room out of the way. Camilla, my baddie, is back, baby. That's what I'm freaking talking about. I am so down bad for her. You guys don't even know. Here's my ranking of baddies, okay? Camilla, Mercy Morn, Ianthe. They're my top 3 baddies right now. That's always subject to change. Who knows? Mercy Morn could be the traitor. I have no idea. I hope not, because she's super bad and I like her attitude. But hell yeah, Camilla, my baddie, is back, and that's what matters. At the end of part 4, the Heralds are just getting there. Right before that was a flashback from Ianthe's perspective of when freaking Harrow gave herself a lobotomy. I suspect that it has something either to do with the fact that she's being haunted by what I presume is the ghost of the locked tomb, or it's because she joined the the rebels, or with that other group, the blood of, what was it, blood of Eden or something like that, who Camilla, Coronabeth, and Ditus are all a part of. I feel like that's a big possibility. That's definitely within the realm of reason. And so she's trying to like hide or not be suspicious or whatever. And then she like gains her memories at the end or something. Who knows? Maybe she is the traitor. That'd be kind of freaking dope. I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Still can't stop thinking about the sex party. But low-key wish it was just me and Mercy Morn and Ianthe. Even with her skeleton arm. Her skeleton arm, kind of hot. Hot take, I don't know. I think for the most part, the theory that I said in the last part holds true. Although I'm not sure about being trapped inside Anastasia's body. Maybe I just misremembered that. Is Anastasia's body in the tomb? Can't remember. I know she helped build the tomb with John. Just that snake, John. But I feel like I remember the Emperor saying Anastasia was in there. Am I bugging or something? No, maybe just help build. So maybe the soul is not in the body of Anastasia. Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna stick with that because, you know, I already made my theory. I'm not gonna be a coward and change that shit. I'm going full throttle, baby. That's my thoughts for part 4. Okay, this is like the same day, maybe like 30-40 minutes later. I hit stop recording and then I went to go take a shit and I was reading on the toilet and I'm on chapter 44, so I just finished 43. Okay, so that makes sense. Harrow was trying to save Gideon by forgetting her, essentially, is what I'm understanding. And her soul is like in the river right now with Abigail. Her soul's still in the river, and I see at the beginning of 44 it keeps going to present day with you. It switches back to the you POV, but Harrow is dealing with shenanigans in the river with the ghosts. So is you Gideon? Is that, am I, what? Well, I could still be wrong. I could still be wrong, but that's like, has it been Gideon this whole time? Surely not. Unless Gideon's taking over now because Harrow just remembered her. Maybe? I don't know. I'll see you in a bit. My goat is freaking back, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Gideon the Chad is back. God, I'm so happy. I was freaking crying. Dude, the scene between Ortis and Harrowhark, Ortis' soul and Harrowhark. Yeah, dude, I was freaking crying on the toilet. And yes, it is an hour later and I was shitting again. It's because like I had a decent amount of fiber earlier today, so that's why. That was crazy. And Ortis the First is actually Gideon the First. What the Sigma? He freaking overwrote the word Gideon with Ortis, basically, because she overwrote her memories of Gideon with Ortis, which changed the name of this person. I'm giving you my live reactions to each part as it happens. I'll see you guys. I don't freaking know. Maybe when the book's over, maybe in another hour. We'll see. Okay, I'm back. It is the same day, just maybe an hour and a half later, 2 hours. I was on the toilet again. I don't know what's going on today, but let's just say if I'm not on the toilet again within the next hour or two, I will be surprised. I can like feel it still. Yeah, anyway, so I got to do more reading. And what the frick is Gideon? Gideon Nav, specifically. Now I have to say that. Who was Gideon's mother? Was she like an ex-lictor or something? I don't know, probably not. Or Cavalier or something. I don't know. Gideon has clearly been freaking like modified or genetically altered pre-birth. I don't know. I don't know what the sleeper is. I'm thinking my current theory is that the sleeper is either the body of the soul from the locked tomb, or that has been haunting Harrow since she was a child, or it is the soul of Kithurea. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Kithurea. And also the soul that's been haunting Harrow, like the body as she calls it, could also not be from the locked tomb. So I guess if those are separate, then there are 3 possibilities in my mind. It's the body, but the body always seems like helpful and like it's on Harrow's side, unless I'm bugging. But I could totally see it trying to take over Harrow. So the body, whatever was inside the locked tomb, which I personally think is the body, but it could be a different soul. And then there's Kithurea's soul, which I think is a possibility here. But then would that be Kithurea inheriting her own body? If I go back to my old theory where whatever was haunting Harrow was inhabiting Kithurea's body to try and kill Ortis to stop him from bloodwarding Kithurea's body. Or could it be Kithurea inhabiting her own body? I don't know. I feel like it's not. So I'm leaning towards it's the thing that's been haunting Harrow, the body, or whatever was in the locked tomb that she saw. Those are my current theories. We'll see. I don't know. Protosalawis just got freaking shot. Ditus. Frick, I keep forgetting her name. which is weird because I'm not bad with names. She is not alive. I was confusing her with Deuteros or something like that. She's still alive, but I just got her freaking hand crunched. I thought it was her neck. Not her neck, it was her hand. The mystery of who the sleeper is holding my attention pretty well. I really wanted to get back to Gideon, but I'm actually being well entertained by Harrow's POV right now. Gideon's a freaking hoss. Not even in her own body, and she's still freaking murking those heralds. Yeah, she's taking some hits, but she's going crazy. That's why Gideon's my goat. Mercy Morin, clearly a bad dude. I mean, she stabbed Harrow, but as a wise man once said, a real man forgives a woman when she lies. Is that just sim shit? Yeah, maybe. Is it because she's hot? Yeah. I like Moira Quirk's voice for her. That's really hot. All right, I'll see you either in an hour or two or tomorrow. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I was on the toilet again, but I do think this is the last time. I think it's out of my system. I'm like 75% sure that I won't be back on the toilet again tonight. I might. The possibility is still very real, but you know, I figured just why not? Why not just keep updating, right? So Gideon just had a conversation with Ianthe, which I love. Honestly, Ianthe and Gideon, power couple. I ship it. They'd be good for each other, low key. Ianthe has been trying to make Harrow Hark fall for her, but in doing so, Ianthe has fallen for Harrow. Damn, we get fucked. Holy shit. Harrow's in love with the freaking corpse, which I'm pretty sure is the body that she's hallucinating. Not hallucinating, but is haunting her. So yeah, I mean, that's all for this current update. Gideon's about to go meet God, so maybe I'll update after that. I don't know. We'll see. But I think this is the end of my toilet adventures. You know, I kind of feel sad about it. Don't you guys feel sad about it? Wasn't this like really entertaining and really fun? Yeah, I don't know. I'll see you guys either at the end or if I make another update. We'll see. After all the ordeals, multiple plural, that I had yesterday, I finally finished Harrow the 9th. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What do I even say? What do I even say? So when Gideon the First was doing things to Kithurea's body, are we saying that was his cavalier in his body? Is that potentially what happened? Let's see what else. Okay, so I was right about a spirit inhabiting Kithurea's body, but I was wrong about it not being whatever was in the locked tomb, the soul of the body in the locked tomb. And I'm pretty sure that body is not Anastasia's body. Could be wrong. I don't think it is though. But the soul that's been haunting Harrow since the beginning of the book is not the body. Those are two separate entities. I thought everything was maybe a little bit more connected than they were, but everything is really connected, just in a different way than I originally theorized it was. We left on a crazy big cliffhanger. Gideon's dead. Probably not. In Harrow's body. Harrow's at Deirdre? Maybe? Sitting in the coffin of the body of the locked tomb, and I guess the body's no longer there. I don't know if this is real or it's like another bubble in the river that Harrow might have created, potentially. Maybe. Gideon's mother being the one who's been haunting Harrow and causing problems this entire time was absolutely just like crazy. Did not expect that. Did not expect that. I don't know why, but I just assumed that we were never going to find out about Gideon's mother. But like, I don't know why I would have assumed that. There's no way that an author would just leave that out. I'm excited to see where we go from here. I assume the character in the epilogue with Camilla is Nona the 9th, maybe? I don't know. That's what I think. I guess we're gonna find out. I don't know who that character is though. I read the files, the entry files written by Captain Deuteros, where he's essentially being like held captive, and Corona Beth is already part of the Blood of Eden. Camilla's on her own side, I feel like, based off of what I was reading. Camilla is not really for the Blood of Eden or for the houses. I think Camilla is for Camilla and Palamides. That's what I think, at least. Gideon's mother was the leader of the Blood of Eden, and her father is the emperor. Huh? What do you mean by that? I don't know, dude. This book was like peak. The ending felt like not an ending. The ending felt like a cliffhanger, and the next episode is the ending. You know, like an 8-episode TV show. The ending of this book felt like episode 7. I was like, oh, we got one more episode, right? And there was like a lot of pages at the back of the book, so I'm like, oh, we're gonna keep going. But turns out it wasn't that. It was an epilogue and then extra stuff, which is cool. I read it all. It was cool. I'm excited to see who Nona is. I'm wondering if maybe Nona might be like a combination of Harrow and Gideon. Maybe Harrow, that tomb that she laid down in, is like a place for her mind to rest inside her own body. Maybe she's back but just not awake. If Nona is Gideon? Does she finally have some meat on her bones? Did she finally lifted some weights? I can't really see. I don't know. I just don't see a world where this woman is like a combination of both Gideon and Harrow. I have no idea who the frick this is. Pink hair? Is this Mercy Morn? What if I got that right? No, you know how crazy that'd be? Anyway, this book is a 5 out of 5 stars, maybe a 5.5 or a 6 out of 5. This is a 6 out of 5 star book. This shit was peak. This is dangerously close to dethroning the Stormlight Archive for me. And I think depending on how this book goes, we will find out. I am like 80% confident that this series, once I read this, will dethrone the Stormlight Archive. If I wasn't a man who decided that based off of reading all of the books available, then it would have already dethroned the Stormlight Archive. But yeah, I need to read them all first before I make a decision. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video.